Hello, Films. How are you? Welcome back to another episode of Femininity by Rachel B. I am your host, Rachel B, and I would like to discuss a really good episode tonight. Let me get my mic adjusted. First of all, Films, are you ladies enjoying the affirmations? The affirmations are sent out daily. They are so good. Adjust this. So good. How are you ladies enjoying the last episode? That last episode was so good. I had to watch it like 3 times. And I mean, ooh. So I had drinks with my girlfriend and we were out, and I decided to just come home and do another episode, and I couldn't remember what the episode was about, but once I watched it, I was like, oh wow. I was really going in. But I enjoyed that episode so much. It was like really good. So I am going to do my shout outs for my girls that have been on my my Patreon and my Buy Me a Coffee. I'm really excited about that community over there. I love it. It's really good. We send out, exclusive content, my day-to-day, my behind the scenes, all of that stuff. It's really good if you ladies don't know about it. So let's get right into it with the shout outs. Okay, so here we are for the shout outs. I would like to shout out, let's see. Hold on one second. Let's shout out. I have it here. Shay Lopez. Thank you, Shay, for being a part of my Patreon. I appreciate you, and I hope that you are over there enjoying the exclusive content. Chantel Jameson. Shout out to you, to my new girl on Patreon. Last name is Samuels. Buy Me a Coffee. Shout out to Kimberly. Thank you, ladies, so much for supporting me. This really helps me grow, build, and do so much with the community. So, ladies, tonight we are going to talk about the pussy power, the vagina, however you want to label it, and how important it is for us to do a lot of self-care with that particular body part as women. I was watching this clip not on YouTube. I was watching a clip on Instagram. And when I came across this clip, I was like, what the fuck? I really do not like when men speak on women and they don't know what the hell they are talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't have a vagina. You have no clue. Well, this particular celebrity, and I am going to play the clip for you guys if you guys haven't seen it, films haven't seen it. But this particular celebrity was talking about women. 80% of the women that he has been with have had a smelly issue. And it kills me because 80% of women, I don't know 80% of women that are having vagina problems. If you are having vagina problems, if you've been around long enough, you know that comes from having sex with someone that's not clean. Or you may not be clean. I don't know. but it's deeper than just a smelly person. And we are going to go really deep into it because not only do we need to protect our energy in that way, but we also need to be knowledgeable about what is really going on when we're out here dating and we're giving ourselves to these men. And they are super clueless on what our body entails, like what really goes along with us, right? So I am going to play this clip for you guys because I want you guys to listen to it, and then we can go into pussy power. Okay, so here we go. Let me make sure that the mic is on so you guys can
hear vaginal.
So let's talk that. Let's talk
keep it
because
real.
First of all, I read the comments. They say that to me all the time, and because of that, and I'm not going. I'm gonna go into my because I'm glad we're having this conversation because I'll be wanting to answer these people.
All right, let's hear it.
First of all, because everybody knows that my lifestyle is pretty unorthodox, and part of that is because I probably every other week have to get blood work done based off of my lupus and other things. And in those, when I'm getting those cultures and everything, I see doctors quite a bit.
Right.
Run it all. Make sure, and as we know, when it comes to BV, because that is a big thing.
It's very common.
But also there's a rumor they feel like, oh, that men can't get it and all that. Like men definitely can get it. They carry it, yes, and you carry it on, and you can pass it on, and you can get this thing where it's actually you can get BV technically like in your prostate.
It's up in there.
Yeah, and that's
now I want you guys to listen to the host in the beginning. Hold on.
That's where you hold it, and that's how you're giving it to people. So because my doctors know, one, that I'm quite active in the sexual department, but also there's other things just within me when it comes to my blood and the lupus, everything that I got to be healthier than most.
Right.
So I'm making sure even the sexual partners, whether it's multiple or not, everybody got to be on the same vibe, because I just because one bacteria to another bacteria, you can fuck some shit up. So I personally make sure that I'm taking everything that I have to take to stay healthy.
Nick, you might be giving girls bacterial vaginal.
So let's talk that. Let's talk
just keep it real.
First of all,
that right there to me is crazy. So if you are a person that has multiple partners and you are sleeping with these multiple partners unprotected, you are passing back and forth bacteria. Period. If you listen to the man and he basically says, oh, I go to the doctor, I have this unorthodox lifestyle, all of those things. Now, if you guys recognize the person's voice, you know who's talking, and we all know his lifestyle. And, shout out to him if that's what he wants to do. But you're definitely passing around BV. It's no way. Everyone has different bacterias. Everyone has different makeups of their bodies. Some women get extremely wet. Some women don't get wet. I mean, it's all different kinds of things. But to be ignorant and say that you are not passing around BV, where are these women getting it from? Where? But I want us women to start taking accountability for our bodies, our feelings, and our hearts. I don't know about you, but I have never been a fan of unprotected sex. And I want to explain why. I've never been a fan of unprotected sex. Obviously, I have 2 kids, so it happens somewhere along the way. But I've never really been a fan of it. I have had one partner that I can think of that I really, really enjoyed having unprotected sex with. Just one. Even though I have 2 kids, just one. You can tell when a person is not having unprotected sex with someone else because you will consistently have the same pH. Your pH balance in your body will consistently stay the same. I know what my body smells like, feels like. If I even get like a little itch, I know exactly what it is. That's how in tune I am with my body. And I feel like all of us should know exactly what our triggers are when it comes to our pussy. Period. Me, if I drink, when I used to drink a lot of dairy, I don't anymore. But when I used to drink milk and things like that, I noticed like a little bit more of irritation. I don't have any of that anymore. I literally don't have a smell at all. And I feel like that's how it should be. If you don't have a smell, it shows that you are really good with your hygiene. You're really staying up on what like irritates you, what doesn't irritate you. And I hear men say this a lot, like, oh, her vagina smelled and this and that. Sometimes we just don't know as women because maybe our mothers didn't take the time to teach us, but we're going to talk about all of that tonight. Some people may have a special case where some women may just be sweaty, and they don't know what to do about it. If you are, and I am not here passing any judgment. I just want us to be better, do better, feel better, look better. And I don't know about you, but when my vagina is intact, I feel great about myself. I'm sorry. So I feel like if you're a sweaty person, these are things that you can do. Go get wax or go get laser hair removal. A lot of times that comes from like the hair. If you have a lot of hair down there, trust me, it is the best thing for you to just get rid of it. If it's holding like, water, sweat, anything like that, you should definitely, go and check out those services. But one thing we're not going to do is let these men sit up here and make fun of something they just don't know about when they are probably the ones giving you the situation or giving you the problem. Now, I do realize everyone has different genes, everyone has different makeups, all of those things that can cause a person to smell irregular. Now, if you are having those issues and it's a consistent thing, please go and see your doctor and find out exactly what you can do. But I know it's things that you can do. Like I have a daughter, I know I don't play about smelly anything. When you come out of the bathroom, you should not smell. One of the things that will make my urine smell or anything like that is coffee. If I drink a lot of coffee, my urine will smell different. But this is just like really paying attention to your body. And us as women, us as feminine women, that is that one part, along with our hearts and our minds, we need to take care of. That's just the one part that we need to take care of. There are so many things in that organ that just means so much. I don't know about you, it means a lot to me. Like my vagina is connected to my heart, my mind, all of that. So if she don't feel good, I don't feel good. And that's just what it is. So I just want to go over a couple things that you guys can do to just like really take control of your vagina. If you are the type of person that do have a smell, there are, things that you can take like probiotics. I suggested them to my daughter, because everyone's makeup is not the same. Everyone isn't always blessed. And she wouldn't have a problem with me telling you guys this, but, when she was younger, she just, I would notice certain things. And having a probiotic, they make them just for your vagina, and that pretty much balances you out. If your partner is using things like different kinds of soaps or washes, you can really tell if a person, it's a different kind of thing if a person is sleeping with someone and if a person used something to irritate you. If that ever happens to me, I can just take a probiotic and I'll be fine the next day. But I'll also discuss with my partner, like, babe, listen, you can't use like soaps that have dyes. You can't use soaps that have like perfume smells, like any of those like crazy like kind of things that have like cranberry, blueberry, something. It has to be regular soap or just water. Like, did you ladies know that you can just wash with water? That works just as good. So this is a probiotic is a really good tool to help balance out your body's pH and keeping your vagina healthy, happy, and all of those good things. Another thing that can help, again, will be, the waxing or, getting laser. Like, I don't have any hair. I don't like hair. But it's just what I'm used to. And, sometimes paying attention to the fabrics that, rub up against your vagina, like jeans. I like to wear loose things around my vagina. I like to wear loose things, and I don't really wear underwear. It's never been my thing. I just don't really like it. Probably because I like thongs and they rise in my butt crack, and I just don't like it. So I'm just not really the person to do that. I don't walk around like gushy, so I can do that. I literally only have like a discharge or something like that, or not a discharge, but I normally have that when I am aroused. So those are some things that you can do to make sure that you are staying very clean. You're not offending anybody. You don't smell a certain way, because men shouldn't be able to go around and say 80% of the women smell bad. I think it's just a lack of knowledge, and we should just really take the time to really think about what really is, good for you, what's bad for you, and all of that. Now we can get into the trash talk, because this needs to be said. Some of us are just sleeping with some dirty dick. I'm sorry. Some of us are just sleeping with some really dirty, dingling men. And I don't know about you, but if someone is consistently giving you BV or yeast infections, they are dirty. That's plain and simple. They do not respect you. They do not love you. They do not care about you. I had a boyfriend tell me, this was like, we went together when I was in my early 20s. And like I told you guys, I don't really like unprotected sex. That's never been my thing. But I remember my boyfriend told me at the time, this is my boyfriend at the time, he was like, if someone wants to sleep with you unprotected, they do not love you. And I thought about that, and I was like, I kind of take that as it is true, and then also it is not true. I would say someone that is just meeting you, these are just signs that you need to look at when you start dating these people or these men. These are signs that these people don't care about themselves. So if they don't care about themselves, they absolutely are not going to care about you and your personal hygiene and what's going on and what they can possibly bring back to you. If a person meets you and you guys are having your first sexual encounter and they do not put on a condom, they feel entitled. They feel like they are invincible. They feel like something cannot happen to them, and they are not thinking clearly or straight. I'm sorry. You should not be sleeping with anybody that does not want to put on a condom. Like, you don't know me. I don't know you. We're just getting to know each other. Let's face it. Most people are not waiting months and months and months to have sex. They're just not. It's not happening. Not in this day and this age. Everybody's horny. Everybody wants some. Everybody is just like, yay, yay, yay. That's just what it is. So if you are sleeping or someone is trying to sleep with you without a condom, please, I guarantee you that person has some type of BV. I'm telling you. Men carry it, men have it. They transmit it from person to person, and that right there is a clear sign that this person has no respect at all. Would you ladies agree? Because I definitely do. I think that is the most disgusting turning point for me. Like, that is a complete turn off. And if someone tries to sleep with me without a condom, like, we have a problem. If we haven't built some type of rapport, like, it's me and it's you, this is all I'm doing, we're not doing that. And that hasn't happened for me that often. Like I said, unprotected sex for me it's a big deal. It's like a huge big deal. It means I have trust for you. It means that I'm in love with you. And it means, you know, this is it. This is what I'm doing. I feel comfortable. I feel safe. You know, I just feel like all of these things to make me be like, oh, I trust this person enough to sleep with them without a condom. Like, ladies, femmes, our vagina is so important. Our health is so important that we should not just give away our bodies in a way where it's just done in like a free way. We should really think about that, because every time we have sex with someone, every time, you know, we let someone like come in us skin to skin like that, it takes something from you, and it also puts something in you. You know, you are inviting these people's souls in your body, and you also are sleeping with whoever else that they have been with. Me, I have to be completely in love with you to have unprotected sex with you. That's just me. Because I won't even be comfortable. I won't feel comfortable enough to let someone do that with me. Like, cause I just think guys are creeps. They are sometimes. Women are creeps too. Sometimes. So that part of me is just so delicate and important. And, you know, if I'm having unprotected sex, like other women are having unprotected sex, I didn't let you mind fuck me, pretty much. That's just pretty much how I feel. Like, you're taking control over everything. You're taking control of my feelings. You're taking control of my mind when we're in that space with each other, and I'm releasing and giving you everything. And that's like a really big deal. And we should stop giving out big deals away. This man on this recording just said, I have this lifestyle. And if that's the type of lifestyle you want to have it. But the other person should know. Obviously, the other people in his life know, but they don't know that how dangerous that can be. That can be really dangerous. I'm sorry. It can be really, really dangerous to go around and just have unprotected sex, continuing to get like different kind of diseases. Like, you know, we can get a lot of things as women. So moving on from that, I want to tell you ladies some things that you can do to make your vajayjay stronger, more desirable, more wet, more enjoyable. Because I also, you know, I am around women, so I hear things. I hear things about women not having walls, all of these things. Like, I think that's so crazy to me. Like, I've had 2 kids, and I feel like my vagina is pretty tight. But also, you can do exercises every night. I don't know if you guys know this, but just doing something where you hold your core together. You're like paying attention to your core, and you are squeezing your muscles down there. If you do that for 5 minutes every single night, I guarantee that your vagina will get stronger, and it will get tighter and it will get wetter. If you do that, I guarantee you will have more enjoyable sex, because we're going to talk about that when I'm done too, about why us women are not enjoying sex as much. So if you do that exercise, I guarantee you that will help with like making your vagina area tighter, making it more stronger, because you have to have like strong muscles, like, you know. And also when you're also having sex, you can practice this while you're doing it. You can take your muscles and contract them while you're having sex. You can contract that muscle, because that's what our vaginas are. It's a muscle also that can help. I hear women say,
FaceTime video.
Oh, my friend is calling. Guys, I hope you don't mind. I'm taking this phone call with my friend. Okay. That was cute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi, Nikki, baby.
Hey, baby. How are you?
I'm doing good. So I decided to get my work done today.
Say it again.
I'm getting my work done today. So you called me in the middle of my podcast, and today the topic is about pussy power. I don't
about
know.
What?
Pussy power.
Pussy power.
Yes.
Oh my. All right.
So I'm telling the girls about the femmes about, you know, personal hygiene, things they can do to make their vagina more tight, wet, more enjoyable. But I basically, what happened was this was prompted because I watched a clip on Instagram, and it said that 80% of the women this man had been with had a smell. And I got,
certainly.
You said certainly? You've heard this?
Certainly.
Really?
Oh Lord, I guess I'm telling my business. The women I had been with sexually, not all women, I'm going to take that back. The women that I've been with have, oh Lord, hopefully they don't follow either one of us on this platform. They had a smell.
Really, Nick?
Yeah. And it could be a number of things. It could be your diet. Also, one of the main factors is hair. Hair holds bacteria.
Okay.
And so a lot of women do not, and this is just coming from an aesthetic side. When I was doing Brazilians, heavy in doing Brazilians, I noticed that women that had an excess amount of hair they smelled. It smelled. Especially when you get inside the lips and you have, if your hair is, the labia, whatever you want to call it, praise the Lord. When it's really coarse there, a lot of women, they don't understand that when you shower, like, it's just like you need to open up and clean all of that, because again, it's bacteria. Hair holds bacteria. You know, your body is always exfoliating itself. Okay. Because your body is always exfoliating itself, that means that's dead skin on top of dead skin. So if you don't cleanse that area thoroughly, you have dead skin on top of dead skin, it just smells. It's like a prime example. All right, you know, you ladies, but in particular black women, when they get their hair done, they usually don't wash their hair until they get it done again. And after a while, that scalp with dandruff and all of that stuff, it smells. If you smell that scar, it smells. It's the same thing down there, and I don't think women understand that. That's just my perspective.
No, that's really good. I actually was just talking to the femmes about like waxing and about just like a smell that can, like, sweat can hold a smell, and I've never had that issue. I never had anybody tell me that. And
no, you've never, and I would have told you because I've gone to the bathroom. No, because I've gone to the bathroom behind you, right. And that's the other thing that's annoying is when oh God, I hope these women don't follow me, but they do.
Okay. We have to help.
No, I've gone to the bathroom behind women in my salon, and it's like, bitch, are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one thing to have you've been at work all day and there is a little muss. You know, men have the dick smell. If you have hair, let's call it what it is. But it's something else when you just have this stench. Mm-hmm. Like it's not cool. I don't know. Do women? I don't know. Maybe I'm talking too much. I don't know.
No,
it's just,
I don't think so.
I don't know, because I mean, I think that even after, like for instance, after I teach my guys, my not even the gay guys, the straight guys, Muslim men are very clean. Like after they use the bathroom, if they pee, they wash the area. So sometimes with women, you have to. It's just not front to back. You might need to go and bring you a wipe and wash that area.
Right.
That's just because, I mean, I remember, this is just me. My mother and I are very, very close. Like, we open the bathroom to this day. The bathroom door is open. My mother kept a wash rag near the sink, and I knew what that wash rag was for because she washed herself every time.
Right.
That was just my mother. I don't know if other women do that, and she still does it to this day.
Yeah,
and I just like
is important because you've been outside all day.
Yeah, it's just, no, but she would do it after every time she peed. Okay. And I would just be like, sis, you got to take this. And when she comes to our house, I'm like, look, you need to put this somewhere else and take this with you, because I don't want nobody picking this up. And this is your pussy rag.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. But a lot of things play in it with hair and not washing properly.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
I believe that. I also was telling the femmes that, you know, things like coffee, like teas, anything that has like caffeine, that will, mm-hmm. you know, that's where that smell or that different kind of urine smell can come from, because you got to think about your urine, you got to think about your
mm-hmm.
hole, you got to think about your lips, you got to think about the outside. It's so many different parts to a vagina that
yeah,
have
that's
to
why I'm not interested.
I know. Nick said that's why I'm not interested.
Yeah, it's just too many holes, child. So many holes. Girl, you got to wipe front to back, and you can't get this in here because then that's going to cause an infection and bacteria. No, don't got time.
It is definitely a very sensitive situation, but I'm telling these women how to use it in a way that, you know, just it has to be beneficial to all of us, men and mm-hmm. women. And, you know, we're also talking about, you know, just who to give it to, who not to give it to, and, you know, all of that. But thank you so much, Nick, for being here.
You're welcome. I'm sorry I took so much of your time.
I love this. This was such a pleasant surprise. I'll call you as soon as I'm done.
All right, baby.
All right.
Bye, Tim.
Bye, boo. That was such a pleasant surprise. Films, that is my best friend, Nick. If you guys have been watching the podcast and been following me and him for as long as I've been on social media, that is Nicholas Townsend. He actually did my third podcast for Femininity, and we had so much fun. But as you see, the main thing he talks about is the hair and the skin and things like that. And I do want to touch on, we do have different parts to our vagina. We have the inside, you know, we have the outside, which is our lips and all of that. We have our front part where the hair sits and, you know, holds. So we have so many different areas. And then we have the where we urinate. We have so many different areas that we have to attend to, and contributes to the way we smell and the way we feel, that all of these areas have to be addressed. So as you heard him say, exfoliating. I was going to tell you guys that, so I'm going to wait until after I finish talking about things you can do to make your vagina more happy, more enjoyable for you and your partner. Now, I hear people say, or I've heard men say, someone was dry, or, they really liked them and, they had everything else right, but their vagina was dry. This can happen for several different reasons. It could happen if you're taking like a lot of vitamins. It can happen if you are not drinking enough water with your vitamins. It can happen if you're not drinking water, period. It also can happen, as you age. Menopause can kick in, things like that. If you're eating like a lot of fried foods, I notice that when I eat a lot of fruit, my arousal, when that happens, it really increases. Also water. I drink water a lot. Like, that's something that you have to do. And but if you're the person that is going through some type of changes, or you just never had a wet pussy, they have inserts that you can put in your vagina to make you wet, to make you gushy, to make you do all of these things that you want. Because you could have a great combination. You can have a really tight muscle and it's just not getting wet, or your partner is probably just not turning you on the way you want. I mean, I don't know. But also, I think women should also just pay attention to the way your vagina feels. Like, we are moving into the sexual part, right? And, we have to really pay attention to what we like, right? When I first started, when I was introduced to a toy, I was 21. And I have had the same toy for forever. I don't even want to say how long I've had it. But in between relationships, I would have that tool to, release, some energy. And one of the things I like about me, I love the way I smell. The way I smell, I love the way I smell. My smell turns me on. So, it's just important to me for me to have, like, when I look in the mirror, that's the first thing I look at. When I take my clothes off, the first thing I look at is my vagina. I check myself in the mirror. I look in between. My vagina is not like, it should be, your color of your vagina should be a light pink. It shouldn't be a red pink. It shouldn't be an orange pink. It shouldn't look irritated. It should just look beautiful, like just pretty. And I check myself often. I want to make sure that, I look good. It looks nice. It's not doing anything weird, and it's not. But these are just things that I like to check, like, for myself. Also, exfoliating, like making sure, like, when you shave or when you laser or when you get waxed, you want to make sure that you are, exfoliating down there also, because it is dead skin. And doing things like making sure that you wipe from your clit to the back. You don't want to wipe from the front, from like your back to your front. You always want to wipe from your front to your back. And why is this important? Because you're pulling away the germs from away from your inside part. You don't want to make a mistake and take something from your back to your front. That's going to irritate you. Another thing that I want women to understand, like, if you're the type of person that you like anal sex can be great. I'm sure it can be great. but you don't want to allow your partner to take his penis out of your anal and put it in your vagina. A fucking no. When I say a fucking no, I mean a fucking no. It's a no. You don't want to do that because that's an automatic BV situation. Like, that is a no. If you're going to have anal sex, I suggest using a condom or changing a condom. But you cannot let your partner take his penis into your anal, out of your anal, into your vagina. You just can't do it. That is going to cause a problem. That is going to cause an issue. And just things like that. It really is like things we should know. But I don't think everybody knows. I don't think everybody was taught. And it's okay. If you haven't been taught, trust me, baby, I'm here to teach you because I know everything about the vagina. Another thing I want to talk about, ladies, is, just making sure, like, when you're having sex. I know a lot of women aren't able to have a orgasm from intercourse. That is something that can be an issue if you are not completely aroused with a person. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes to really get aroused. Like, if you and your partner are just like sticking and pulling, like, that's not going to work. And what I mean by that is you guys are just, bam, we off to it. When you are not like taking the time to like really feed your body all of the emotions that goes into having sex, I mean, like kissing, hugging, rubbing, caressing, like talking, like, if someone not telling you that you're sexy, you're beautiful, I want to make love to you, I want to fuck you, I want to ram you, all of those things, like talking in your ear. Women have so many different body parts. We have our necks, we have our arms, we have our breasts, we have our stomachs. All of these things should be caressed before we have sex. We should be busting out of the seams by the time someone is ready to put it in. Like, you should be gushing, throbbing, ready to go. And if you don't prep yourself, you're not going to have an orgasm. You have to feel like you're ready to explode to really accomplish having an orgasm. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's just something I learned over time. Like, I have to be out of my mind, turned on to really, 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 really have an orgasm. Sometimes it's good just to kind of have like a quickie, all of that. That's great. But for me to really, really enjoy it, I have to be aroused to 100 times 100 times 100. And I'm really going to enjoy it. A lot of times, doing things that just paying attention to what you like to do. Like, if you like to, if you like to kiss, if you like to watch porn, if you like to, give head, whatever it is that needs to get you there, you have to make sure that happens, because it's not fair for your partner to always have an orgasm and you don't have one. I'm telling you, it's not. And also introducing like toys in the bedroom that definitely can help, with all of these things. I guarantee you guys, you can try it. You will love it. Love it. But yeah, so now that we have talked about hygiene, we talked about who to give it to, how to give it to them. We talked about how to keep it healthy and clean. We talked about how to enjoy sex when we're doing it and what you need to do. I also want to talk deeper into why it's so important to make sure that whoever we are giving our pussies to and we are enjoying our pussies with, they need to be worthy. And I don't know if my mom or any of you ladies' moms have ever talked to you about this, but it's really important because people are users. People are energy seekers. They are vampires. And the opposite sex does prey on women. And, you know, I am this way, right? If I don't have a mental connection with you, something has to connect me to you to make me want to, one, have sex with you, and two, to continue to do it. Because all of us can lose interest. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a woman or female. All of us can lose interest if it's nothing else behind the sexual act. And this is where our pussy has power. Regardless, our pussy has power. But she will tell you if it's a right situation, if you pay attention. And what I mean by that is, if after you have sex with a person, you have anxiety and you get the feeling like, oh my God, they gonna call me? Are they gonna ask me out again? Are they gonna do that? All of these things you should already feel comfortable with. And what I mean by that is, I know that a lot of times, you know, sex is really mental. I don't know about for you, but for me, it's very mental. And you already want to have that connection built before you go and give it away. And I feel like a lot of times, you know, us women, we get so excited about conversation. We get excited about, you know, just something new. And, you know, we get excited about, you know, the way this person may make you feel. But we have to think deeper than that. And sometimes, shit, you might just have a connection right away with a person. You know, like some people have sex, you know, right away, you know, and I don't personally think it's anything wrong with that, but you just have to be willing to suffer the consequences if it doesn't work out the way you want it to work out, or the way, you know, or if it's just a one-time thing. Women do this too, though. So I don't want to make it seem like it's a men thing. And, you know, femininity is not about bashing the other sex. It's about us women taking control of our lives, being more confident, feeling really good about ourselves, growing and developing, because there's room to grow. I'm 42. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. But like I was saying about me, if it's nothing there mentally, if I don't feel something from you mentally, like a mental or an emotional connection towards you, I'm definitely going to lose interest. I don't care how good the sex is. I don't care how good the head is. I don't care how big your dick is. Like, I am not going to want to continue to have a sexual relationship with you. That's just me. I am like that. I am Aquarius. I am true to my sign. And it's bigger than just having that orgasm. It's bigger than just doing the act. For me, I would rather just be left the fuck alone. So I literally can just go without it because I know what comes with it. And if we are not treating ourselves in a way where we are putting ourselves first, then what are we doing? What are we doing? Right? So I just want us women to really start thinking and pacing ourselves when we decide to get into these.
Kenya Coco.
Hi, Key. I am actually doing my podcast. If you don't want to start talking on here, I'm going to have to call you back. But you know what? It would be a great thing to have you on here because you've been a guest before. The topic is pussy power. Would you like to add your input?
I got a whole lot to say about
about that, friend.
Well, good morning. Let me get you on the call. I gotta call you regular.
Oh, God. Okay.
2 minutes. All of my best friends are calling me this morning, guys. It's 1 second. This is my funny girlfriend.
Good morning.
Good morning, Key. Say hello to the Fems. Oh no, her phone got hung up. Hold on. Hey, Fem.
Hello.
Hey, Key.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, thank you for having me, Rachel. Always a pleasure.
Oh, this is such a surprise. So, fam, Kiana was actually one of my guests on my show. She happens to be one of my best friends. I love her to pieces. So if you guys want to get any of these services that I talked about earlier, like waxing, laser hair removal, all of those things, she does that at her place of business. Kiana, can you just do a little shameless plug really quick?
Sure. So I'm Kay, also known as Kiana to my close friends, owner of K2 Beauty and Wellness, located here in Baltimore, Maryland. And we do a host of beautiful aesthetic treatments ranging from laser hair removal to Botox and injectables to hydrofacial, microneedling, body contouring, and all things in between.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're discussing this morning is pussy power. And the reason why I wanted to discuss this is because I saw a clip on Instagram, and it was a guy, and he was talking about 80% of women that he has been with has had a smell. And that offended me so badly because 9 times out of 10, Negro, you done gave it to the girl. So, so I just wanted to kind of go over that because, I've been talking about hygiene. I've been talking about who to give it to, what to watch out for, all of those things, and how important it is for us as women to really take control over our pussies, because our pussies is power. And I don't know about you, I was telling the femmes that for me, it's a mental and a emotional thing for me. So if I don't have 2 of those things with you, if I'm not connected with you in that way, I will completely lose interest. It doesn't matter how big your penis is. It doesn't matter how good you are in bed. It doesn't matter about how the head is. I ain't gonna care. I'm just not gonna want to do it. If you don't make me feel safe, if you don't make me feel secure, if you don't make me feel like, I am like a queen around you and it's no games being played, I'm not going to want to do it anymore. So I want to know your perspective on this situation.
Well, totally. And I think with maturity, right? So I am an emotional pussy giver, right? Okay. So everything for me, it takes a minute because I have to have a relationship, because I have to be sexually comfortable with a man. That's first and foremost. So saying with you, like, I have to first and foremost feel important, because giving my body to somebody is something that I can't just do that freely, right? Like, and I just think, honestly, the older you get, you just really understand how much power it really holds. Like, baby, I don't even have to give this to you. Right. I know. And if you really like me, I ain't even got to give it to you. And you're going to still take it there because you're going to show me that you're going to work for it a little bit, right? So, and I think, too, that shows a lot of maturity in a man, because they're respecting their bodies, too, by not trying to rush into it. I feel like we live in a time where people are so open. I'm not open. I'm very old-fashioned, honey. It's me. I'm first. I'm best. I'm the only, at least in my head, the best I know. So, yeah, like, I really, really think, and when guys say that, I think when you're young, we all have them little phases where we're like, what's going on here? The man.
Right.
The man. That's what's going on here. And I think we should be more honest and open instead of, like, trying to be like, oh, no, her little stuff is, no, that man is a mess. Right. That man is a mess. She's coming from a mess. And just really practicing good hygiene, like really taking care of yourself. And I don't think I talk to women, as a stylist, we talk to women all the time about things we think are common sense when it comes to their body, but it's not. It's really not. And so I try to take a lot of pride, and I even talk to my partners about what I like, what I don't like, brush teeth, please touch me. I try to go over the whole spiel because I'm quirky as hell. Once I take it there. So I definitely think as women, we just, we live in a time where we be like, I can give it up. You sure can. Yeah. You sure can. You can do what you want with it, but really understanding like who's worthy of that, what kind of lifestyle they're living, and just in general, like I said, for me, making sure the relationship is intact, and knowing who you're dealing with, because sometimes we deal with hoes and we know they're a hoe. Right, all the ladies dealing with the man, like he says, he a hoe, hold the line. Hold the line on your part. Let them know we can't be doing all of that. You can do what you want if I choose to be here, but you want to wrap that up.
You gonna have to wrap that up, right?
You want to wrap that up. All of that little having a good time, and it sounds sexy during the moment. Like, oh yeah, come. No, don't do that. Don't do that either. Just really taking it. Well, I would hope, grown women taking it a little serious, but you never know,
You never know. So can you give us some personal examples of things you do to keep the kitty cute, nice and hydrated, clean, smelling good, smelling fresh? Because sis, I don't know about you, but I don't have a smell.
I don't have a smell either, and honey, I take a lot of pride in that. Right. Because baby, if I... Never mind. Anyway, so the thing, that's what my mama. But I feel like for me, just even as a young girl, I've always been like really into myself. Really, always, making sure that part. If I don't have nothing else, I wonder when I get there, I want to shut it down. And I just feel like you also know when it's not able to shut it down, right? And what the steps are to take there. Because I feel like it's all this new stuff, no shade, no tea, honey. I'm old-fashioned. If something's going down, I'm going to the doctor. I'm going to the doctor. If it smells a little funny, baby, I can't steam this. I need to go talk to the people. Right. But for me, I'm an avid water drinker. I do actually take a feminine probiotic. I take that every day. I'm big on my probiotics, your gut health. The women's vaginal probiotic, to be even more specific, I take that every day. I try to balance out my diet with fruit, a little pineapple, and I actually drink a little teaspoon of apple cider vinegar every night. Mm-hmm. Every night, I drink that and a little bit of water. That kind of always keeps me balanced. I eat yogurt. I'm going to eat me some yogurt, honey, and I also do like a little boric acid, those little tablets. I'll do those after my cycle just to kind of like keep me flushed out. Okay. And that's it. And keeping it cute. Okay. Don't play with me. My sex life is exciting and clean. Yeah, we can do the things, but wrap it up. Listen, I done made it this far. I had no babies. Just trying to really have safe, good, clean sex. I'm big on that.
One of the things me and Kiana talk about all the time is size preference. Me, I don't know if it's called like an average size. That's what I like. And Kiana, what do you like?
Rachel, I'm not getting in trouble on the radio today. Now me.
It's your personal preference though, sis.
For me, bigger, better. I'm a yeah. Come here with it. Come on here with it. I also think that might be a little bit of my ego. Like, boy, sit down. I'm gonna handle that real quick. I'll handle that real quick. Go sit down.
Girl,
but
your girlfriend is a whole punk, girl.
Oh no, girl. Wait. No, I'm giving. Come here. Let me handle that. Come here. But yeah.
You are so damn funny. Thank you for entertaining me, girlfriend. I love you.
You got it, friend. I love you back, girl. Be safe. Have a great day.
You. As soon as I'm done recording, I'm going to give you a call. I love you.
I love you too, baby. Bye-bye.
I'll be right back. That was so much fun. So, we were talking about, just making sure that who you decide to give your body to, who you decide to share that special organ, that pussy, who you decide to share that with, it should be someone that you are mentally in tune with, you are emotionally in tune with, because to be honest, women can be just as cutthroat as men. We can just say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, and that'll be that. So just to avoid that, you want to make sure that that person, keeps your interest. Those conversations that you're having, they are a turn on. Like, certain things turn me on. Business talk, family talk, just a great conversation is gonna really keep my attention and want me to really just, oh, touch me. Oh, yes, So that's just me and how I feel about it. But I think that if more of us women don't just give it up so quickly, because everything has a price. Everything we do in this world, in this life that we're living, has a price. And we just have to think about that. Think about how you want to feel every single day after you done gave this person your pussy. How are they making you feel? Are they calling you every day? Are they calling and check on you in the morning? Are they, making sure that you don't need anything? Hey babe, just checking in. You need anything? You good? How can I make your day better? And the same thing, vice versa. I feel like we give our bodies up so quickly without making sure all of those things happen. And it's later for that, sis. If you give up your pussy, make sure you're giving it up to someone that gives a fuck. Because if they don't care, you will know right away. Because your pussy is golden. And everybody should know and respect that. And if that person is not giving you the respect, not making you feel the way you need to feel good and respected, and you're not chasing and running behind somebody, later for them, they're trash. Get rid of them. And, the next time, be cautious and pay attention, because our pussy is power. And, it can be very good and very pleasing for everyone. And I hope you ladies enjoyed this podcast. I hope I gave you guys a ton of information. One more thing I did want to tell you guys. Make sure you pay attention to what you enjoy. If you enjoy a bigger penis, if you enjoy a smaller penis, if you enjoy a medium-sized penis, make sure you pay attention to what you like. Period. You don't have to stay with someone if they're not pleasing you. You don't have to stay with someone if they're hurting you or whatever. Just make sure that this is something that you are comfortable with in every way. Because let's face it, men are like that. They like their bodies, they like their breasts sitting up, they like the butts, they like the this, they like the that. So why can't we make sure that our preference is there and our needs are being met? So thank you, ladies, again for another episode of Femininity by Rachel V. I am Rachel V, and I cannot wait to see you guys the next time. If you want to connect with me, if you want to get your daily affirmations, you can text me at 305-614-1916. And again, that's 305-614-1916. If you want to connect with me through my Patreon, which is my exclusive content, I can be reached at Femininity by Rachel V, and that's on Patreon. Also, buy me a coffee. It's Femininity by Rachel V. We also have a Facebook group now, and we are putting up content slowly but surely over there and building our group and our community. And we're just going to expand and keep expanding. We have a brunch coming up. I also am including a meditation group that I will be putting out very, very, very soon, because we got to have our mentals right. We're going to be going into a new year, new you, new everything. I am detoxing. I'm actually detoxing everything. I am detoxing. My girlfriend Natalie gave me this tea. I love this tea. It really works. It's been flushing me out. But I am going on a detox. I am going on a spiritual detox. I'm going on a sexual detox. I am going on an emotional detox. I am just detoxing because the top of the year is coming and I want to be ready for all of my blessings that God has in store for me. So if you want to know more about that, I will be putting it up on my Patreon because that's where my exclusive content is. And I just want to say thank you again for being here with me. And remember, pussy is power. You have to protect that thing with your heart. You have to protect that thing with your mind. And you have to protect it with your soul. All of them go hand in hand. Bye.